2 years ago, I was a completely different person to who I am now. I used to be very low on self-confidence, didn't really like what I saw in the mirror, not very happy with how I looked. And to be honest, I was scared to talk to people outside of my immediate friendship group. And that all changed when I started going to the gym. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how the gym transformed my life and how it can transform yours as well. Hi, my name is Callum, and in this video we're going to be covering 3 main topics. Firstly, going over my personal gym journey. Secondly, going over the benefits that I found personally from going to the gym. And finally, going over some practical steps and tips that you guys can use to start your gym/fitness journey off today. So a couple years ago, I wasn't really happy with myself as a person in general. As I said before, I didn't really like how I looked. I didn't really have much self-confidence. And yeah, life just wasn't super great. And in April of 2023 was when I first started going to the gym consistently. And all of my issues and problems that I had with myself began to flip around. I started feeling more confident in myself, started feeling more confident physically, socially. And although over the last 2 years, my journey hasn't been super consistent, I've still seen a load of great benefits from going to the gym, and I'm going to share them with you guys right now. The first benefit that I noticed going to the gym was that I felt more confident, especially socially. So not only do you feel more confident just because, you know, you're more muscular, you look better, like physically, and that helps you build confidence. There was 2 other aspects for me that were really important. One of those being the aspect of hitting goals and targets that I didn't think I could ever achieve. So for example, hitting a PR that I didn't think I could hit. And it kind of showed me that, as I said before, I wasn't very confident socially. And it showed me that, let's say there was a person who I really wanted to talk to, like a girl, and I thought, oh, she's not going to like me, why'd I talk to her? When I noticed myself in the gym being able to do things that I didn't think I could do, it made me think socially, like, oh, well, you know, I might think that she might not like me, but why wouldn't I go talk to her and find out? And the third aspect of that is realizing that failure isn't a bad thing. And this helped me kind of build confidence as well. Sometimes you'll go to the gym and let's say you put some weight on the bar, you go for a bench press and you fail. The first maybe couple times this happened, it's like really disheartening and you're like, oh man, like I'm a failure, I failed. But then when you go to the gym a lot and you realize a lot of the time that maybe you'll aim for 10 reps and you only get 9 or 8, you realize that failure is just a sign of growth. And you can take that knowledge outside of the gym. For example, I was saying with the whole talking to girls thing, you could go talk to a girl and she rejects you and you fail, let's say, but now you'll learn from that for next time. Maybe you've done something wrong, you like approach her in a weird way, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, confidence for me, the confidence that I gained from the gym, I was able to bring into other aspects of life, and it's a great benefit. The second benefit that I've written down is discipline. So as I said before, I wasn't super consistent over the last couple of years with going to the gym, but nonetheless, going to the gym helps you build a lot of discipline. For me personally, it was those days when it was like freezing cold outside and I usually had to ride my bike or walk to the gym. And my gym is pretty far from my house. It's like a half an hour, 40-minute walk. It's like 10-15-minute bike ride, something like that. And there would be days where I just couldn't be bothered to get up and go to the gym in the freezing cold. And them times where I didn't want to and I just got up and done it really helped me build discipline, which I could then take into other aspects of life, such as, you know, school and being able to study and not just like sit at home and watch TV instead. Which also links into the next benefit that I'm about to talk about. So the third benefit is the idea that gym is a long-term gratification activity, and it teaches you how to want to search for long-term gratification. So a lot of people often seek out short-term gratification activities, which, if you don't know, are basically things like eating sugary food, scrolling on your phone, watching TV. Basically stuff just like low effort and quick, and it gives you like a hormone boost of like, feel good hormones, dopamine, etc. Whereas going to the gym is something that in the moment might not feel great, but over time has this kind of effect where it slowly increases, rather than the short-term gratification where it goes up and then back down. And yeah, it's basically just, how do I put this? You could sit down and do nothing for 4 months and eat donuts and watch TV and not see any, like, you're not going to see any growth in your life. You might feel good, like, during the times that you're eating and watching TV, you might feel nice for a bit. But at the end of the day, you're going to go to bed and feel like shit. Whereas if you're the person that for them 4 months, you went to the gym every day, there might be days where you felt less good than the other person that's just doing nothing. But when it comes down to it, at the end of that 4 months, you are going to be much better off and feel much better than the other person. And that's kind of the idea of this benefit, that going to the gym teaches you to seek out long-term success rather than taking the quick and easy route, which I think is a very important benefit and a very important skill to be able to have. The fourth benefit I'm going to talk about is mental clarity and focus. I'm going to kind of lump both of these into one because I think they're quite similar. Firstly, the mental clarity aspect comes from the fact that the gym, especially for me and for a lot of other people, is a great way of relieving stress. So, for example, I started going to the gym in April of 2023, and this was during a time where I had my end of year exams, my GCSEs, and it was quite a stressful time for me because I wasn't prepared, I hadn't revised, and I was just sometimes getting to sleep a bit later, not being able to sleep properly, then going into the exam, not feeling great. And when I started going to the gym the night before my exams, I noticed that all of the stress that I had and the tension that I had built up, I could kind of push into my workout, and then I would go home, feel a lot more relieved, and be able to just get the sleep that I needed and wake up the next day feeling a lot more refreshed and not feeling as stressed out about my exam, which is obviously a great benefit because it means that I was able to think more clearly during my exams and achieve better results. And the focus part is pretty similar to this. I find that when you go to the gym, if you're doing a heavy lift such as a bench, squat, deadlift, compound lift, stuff like that, where you're lifting heavy weights, you have to be 100% focused mentally, because if you're not, you could slip or you could lose grip and you're injured for like 6 months. So you have to remain focused nearly at all times during your workout. Obviously when you're resting, not really, but you should stay focused. And yeah, mental clarity and focus, two amazing benefits that you can take into other aspects of life. The final benefit I'm going to talk about, which is one that's kind of obvious in a way, is benefits to health. Going to the gym and focusing on your fitness is one of the best things that you can do for your health, is exercising in general. A lot of people do not get enough exercise at all nowadays because a lot of people have office jobs or working at home jobs. So being able to get up and exercise will not only make you look and feel healthier, make you stronger, make you live longer. It's going to do all these things physically for your health. It's also going to help you with your mental health. Like I said before, being able to prove yourself wrong, being able to get up and do things that you didn't think you could do before. And even just at like a hormonal level, going to the gym and working out releases good hormones to your body and makes you feel good. So working out and fitness, great for your health, both physically and mentally. Now I'm going to go over 3 tips that I would give to anyone just starting fitness or going to the gym in general. Firstly, I would say only stick to about 2 to 3 workouts a week when you first start training. So for example, if I'd first started going to the gym, or when I did first start going, I went like 5-6 days a week. But really you only need to go, I'd say 3 days a week. if you're looking to build muscle, I would personally go for a push-pull legs program, focusing on compound lifts like the squat, bench, and deadlift. And yeah, just don't overdo it, because when you first start, your body isn't that used to working out, and it's quite easy to get injured. And also, your body doesn't need a crazy stimulus to be able to grow, because it's not used to ever working out before. So tip number one, you don't need to overdo it. Just stick to 2-3 workouts a week. And if you're not sure about what workout program or split you want to do, there should be videos about it on this channel. And if there isn't yet, then just go take a look at other channels on YouTube. My second tip is to not be impatient and not compare yourself to others. There's kind of two parts to this one. So firstly, talking about not being impatient. Well, I guess they kind of just go hand in hand. So what I'm talking about here is, let's say, for example, you go to the gym with a friend and they start making progress much quicker than you do. For example, like you're both going for bench press PRs and they're progressing faster than you. Don't let your ego get hurt by that and then start ego lifting, trying to catch up with them, and then get injured and set yourself back even further. Because not only is it even going to make the gap between you and the other person even bigger, but it's just going to make you feel crap about yourself, because you're not going to be able to work out anymore. So don't be impatient. Everyone works at a different pace. We all have different genes, different genetics, and yeah, everyone's different. And unfortunately, you can't really change that. You just have to work with what you're given. And second part to this is, because I know a lot of people who are just first going to the gym slash focusing on fitness are watching this. If you step in the gym and you might feel maybe judged or nervous because you don't know what you're doing, which, I mean, a lot of people get that when they first go to the gym. I did as well. And the number one thing I say to that is, there might be a person who's going to judge you for doing an exercise wrong, but at the end of the day, they can just get lost. Like, everyone who went to the gym, we all had a first time that we went to the gym and we didn't know what we were doing. So don't feel like it's a bad thing that you don't know what you're doing just yet. The final tip I'm going to talk about is finding your why. And what I mean by this is working out the reason why you want to go to the gym and focus on your fitness. For me, this was because I want to set myself new goals and prove myself wrong every week, because I just like the idea of progression and getting better at things. For you, it might just be to lose fat or to gain muscle, to get more toned. There could be plenty of reasons. And the reason I think this is important is because without having a reason behind doing something, a lot of people, including myself sometimes, can feel quite unmotivated, and then can lead to them just falling off and not going to the gym anymore. So in my opinion, finding your reason for going to the gym will give you a great boost to your motivation, your discipline, and will help you stick at the gym for much longer. So if fitness slash going to the gym has already transformed your life, or you're already starting to see some small benefits from going to the gym, I'd love to hear your guys' stories down below. And furthermore, if you're new to fitness and going to the gym, then make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be uploading plenty of videos about going to the gym, motivation, fitness, diet, and even more. And let's transform our lives together. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.